The snow-covered mountains of the Himalayas are the first sight to greet most travelers arriving in Nepal. Its capital, Kathmandu, is a busy hub for tourist traffic, climbers and trekkers drawn by the lure of Everest. Most who come use it as a gateway to adventure, but I'm here for a very different reason. Sandwiched between China and India, Nepal is also a magnet for another kind of human traffic. The tiny nation provides a steady supply of sex slaves for the brothels of Delhi and Mumbai. I arrived at Maiti Nepal to an overwhelming welcome. Nepalese people are known for their warmth and hospitality, and I was experiencing it firsthand. So wonderful to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. It's so beautiful.
It seemed like such a happy, cheerful group of young women and girls, but their stories would tell a different tale. It was hard to imagine that every single woman in this room had suffered at the hands of sex traffickers, pimps, or brothel owners. Recovery can take years, and emotional scars can be harder to detect than physical ones, and they definitely don't heal as easily. I wanted to come to learn what you're doing that's working so that I can find ways of helping share those best practices in my own country where this is also a problem. This is a big day, though, because news has come that another raid on the brothel has led to the rescue of her daughter. She is expected at Maiti Nepal any minute. Patali is both relieved but sick with concern for her safety. Look. Tragically, after such a long time apart, the terrified little girl does not recognize her mother and pushes her away, reaching out to her rescuer instead. As the mother of 3 girls myself, it was painful to watch, and everyone in the room felt helpless. And how old is he now? Too often, it is children who are abused to ensure that their mothers comply with brothel owners' orders. The woman on my right is Radhika. By the time she was 12, she had been trafficked twice, had a kidney removed by illegal organ sellers, and had an 18-month-old son.
And he is now in school, yes.
The brothel keeper's cruelty was effective. When they were rescued and brought to Maiti Nepal, the boy was unable to talk. Now 8 years old, he's making progress but is still nervous and wary of strangers. In just 4 hours at the border, I saw several thousand people crossing over. Anuradha introduces me to Maiti Nepal's own border guards. Their slight appearance belies an intense determination which is born from their own experience. All of Maiti Nepal's guards were themselves trafficked into brothels. There are 50 guards working for Maiti Nepal across 10 checkpoints. Every day at the border, they will intercept on average 20 girls at risk of being trafficked. Maiti Nepal has a transit home near the border where rescued girls can begin to recover from their ordeal before being transferred to the main rehabilitation center in Kathmandu, and in some cases face their trafficker in court.
Every time, every week or every 15 days, you have to go to the court with the girl. So it takes 1 to 1.5 years for one case to be finalized. Wow. So during that period, we have to keep the girls with us. So we counsel the parents and say that the girls will stay with us. And during their stay with us, they do some trainings for their life skill, and that is how we reintegrate them into the society.
The average income in Nepal is a little over $200 a year. That's 57 cents a day. In the remote areas, it's often far less. Poverty is the means by which traffickers trap their prey, luring them away from their neighborhoods with the promise of work in the big city. It's to such a village that we're heading today. The answer for one trafficked girl, recently rescued from a brothel, lies in a remote mountain village 6 hours from Kathmandu. Tuli is one of the lucky ones, rescued and now home with her family. Anuradha's crusade is to protect the thousands of other girls who will fall prey to the traffickers every year, and her work never ends. On our way back, we stop at another village. A critical part of Maiti Nepal's work is creating awareness about sex trafficking in the more remote regions of the country. Villagers are entertained with songs, dances, and speeches, all designed to educate them of the very real danger that's all around them.
She is Geeta.
Hello, Geeta.
And Geeta has been with us for the last 7 years, and she was rescued from India, from Delhi, GB Road, with her son. She was trafficked with her son. And when
Geeta's story is a familiar tale of trust and betrayal. An orphan lured to India by the false hope of finding her parents, but instead finding herself in a life of hell.
She says, what can a person with multiple disease like me do? Sometimes I think that, and I'm just hopeless. But at times again I think Maiti Nepal is there, they're teaching me craft, then I think I can survive with this craft also.
Thank you. Can I have a hug? I promise to do a really good job of sharing this so that we can end this, so that it doesn't have to keep happening to other girls.
But Anuradha and Maiti Nepal can't save every child on their own. Anuradha once said, "Just imagine if that was your daughter standing there. What would you do? How would you fight?"